Just one leg is messed up.
They'd often sit in the car and be like into the back seat, and we do a little iPad or whatever. And yeah, it was. No, we're not really. Transformative.
There's a great picture of the knife.
I've done this so many times. Don't let him know how good he is.
No, I'm gonna use this one. But that's the mic is connected with this one.
Yeah, he's so like so.
Yeah, Nosferatu. And
So that was
being tortured in a car or not to have.
Talk to me like
There's a great group. David Spade project with Donnie.
and it was really
Right.
it was great.
I think you said you talked about
Is it
How many quarters can you use of this for the shots repeat? We also moved the car on instead just like a big camera, make it more spacious, will make the camera basically couldn't do in that mind like but that was the whole movie in a car.
yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a fun question.
Today I I'm like, I'm gonna go here. Anthony, hi, how you doing?
David, how are you? It's a pleasure to meet you on Instagram since the movie came out. I did the pre-screening last week.
Yeah, I think I saw some clips from that.
Yeah, awesome.
Great to see you
in person, actually, right. So my first question is, what were the challenges of actually developing the movie inside the car?
Great question. Obviously there's obvious challenges, right? Like just the physical space of it, right? And then there's the which by the way is a technical endeavor. Like we literally had to have Panavision customize every lens we shot on because anamorphic lenses like this can't even focus that close. You can't put a car and a person. You can't put a person and a camera in a car and focus on them. So we had to literally build new lenses from Panavision, customize a couple other ones. So there's a technical process into achieving it. And then on top of that, there is just a creative endeavor in terms of like, how do we keep it interesting? How do we keep it engaging? How does this thing that people can look at as a challenge become an opportunity? How does it become, part of the DNA, and how do we get to use that in a way that no one else can? And so I think those were the challenges. When I agreed, when I started talking to Sam about doing the movie, the first thing he asked me was like, "Are you concerned that the whole thing takes place in a car?" And my answer was yes, because yes, that's a concern. But I also love the challenge, and you have to see it to see how we pulled it off. But I think we pulled it off.
Now, I'm with the Avenue. We're live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Immediately when I started watching the film, hearing Sir Anthony Hopkins' voice, I said, okay, I already know this is going to be good. So as the film progressed, I instantly related to Silence of the Lambs. So with this amazing actor standing next to us, how was working with these two great actors possible?
I mean, it was amazing. Listen, I think it's it's Anthony Hopkins going evil in that Hannibal Lecter way again, but we didn't want it to be Hannibal Lecter. We wanted to create a new shade of evil, a new. This is not, it's Anthony Hopkins being evil. So I get the comparison, but I started to see Anthony Hopkins on his Instagram, and what a unpredictable and fun and playful persona he has on Instagram. And I thought, this isn't the person that I was expecting at all. And so in the context of the script, I thought it'd be interesting to pull some of that into a villain who's here to, the things he's doing because he wants to do them, because he's getting enjoyment out of what he's doing. And so, on his Instagram, he looks like he's really enjoying himself too. So it felt like a connected sort of thing. And so let's explore Anthony Hopkins savoring and enjoying being quite as evil as he is.
I have two more questions. My first question is, when you first started to the end of creating the film, how did it evolve in any way?
Can you say that one more time?
Okay, from when you first started creating the film and then to the end when it was a final product, how did it evolve from beginning to end?
Sure, it was actually quite an organic process. There's aspects of the movie that were locked in. It was like, this cannot change. This is the movie. But then there was a whole other part of the film, in terms of, I really wanted these. I wanted to push Bill. I wanted to push Anthony Hopkins. I wanted to have these characters that were fit in their focus thing. So often, horror space, things can feel heightened, or and that can break the dream that we're having, right? And me as a filmmaker and you as the watcher, and so I didn't want any of that to get in the way. I wanted you to just be pulled into the story and keep dreaming, keep staying the nightmare with me. And so I wanted everything to be really naturalistic. So working with Bill, working with Anthony Hopkins to shape the character, to let it feel natural. Anthony Hopkins would call me and he would he would become William, and as if I was Eddie, as if he had me trapped in a cage or a car or whatever, and he would taunt me, and so much came from those conversations.
I have so many more questions to ask, but I know I can't. But my last question is: if you were trapped in a car for 24 hours, what would be the one thing that you would want to have with you?
A welding torch so I could get out, or a gun so I could shoot myself. Because as the person who wrote and made this movie and know the horrible pain and the suffering that he had to endure, I don't know that I could have. I don't know that I could physically endure it. Honestly,
thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes,
and I'm looking forward to future work.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Now we have Stevie here.
Man to man.
Hey man,
how are you, sir? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Awesome work. I was blown away by the whole film from beginning to end.
All right.
So now that I see how tall you actually are, how tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". Okay, I'm 6'1", 6'2 and a half. So I'm almost there. So now that I'm the physical you, in seeing that film, how was it filming in that small space?
Claustrophobic. I mean, I knew that part of the reason why I was drawn to it as well is it's such a unique movie to do. It's, when you do these sort of,
that's a great question.
I mean, there's a lot of other films that have done this as well, where it's just an actor confined in a very tight space, and that was part of the challenge for it. So that's what I was looking forward to do, and you have to figure out which corner to use in the car for not shots to repeat themselves, and but you can use obviously the confined space is what the character is going through, so you just use as much of that as possible. There's also a challenge of you know, and I don't think I really appreciated this as much before, but I certainly did during and after the shoot, is how much I appreciate scene partners and the dynamic of acting and working off of other actors. And part of this challenge was like, no, it's just you, man. It's you and the camera and this tight little, you know, car. So that's something new, and it was pretty cool. And Dave really had my back, and you know, the first meeting I had with Dave, it was just like, dude, it's just gonna be you, me, and this car. So that's it's on our shoulders, and we really took care of each other during the shoot of it. So it was fun.
That's awesome. Now I'm here with the Avenue, and we're live. We're live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And, yeah.
Oh,
and now, in speaking, me and him, we've been going back and forth on Instagram, talking and different things like that. And my last question is, how is it working with the great Anthony Hopkins?
a pleasure, such an honor and a pleasure. And you know, I consider him one of the greats. Looked up to him ever since I was a kid, and it's special when you work with people like that. And I try to be a sponge and just absorb as much as I can, not only just in terms of acting, but just in life lessons. You know, he's a pretty profound man in a lot of ways, and we, you know, we could sit, we could giggle, we could, you know, laugh, and then just talk about life and all that kind of shit. And I was like, hell yeah, man! I'm sitting here with Sir Anthony. It was cool. Yeah, it's an honor. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great work. Thank you for taking time out and speaking to me. Forward to seeing more work from you. All right. Thank you. Once again, people, this is your boy Ann Jones, and we're here at the premiere for A Lot. And man, it's been great. The red carpet is hot. I'm getting as many interviews as I can. I'm trying to, you know, get to the point, get to the questions, and keep you live and keeping you locked in. Once again, it's your boy Ann Jones. Stay with me. We'll be back.
You know, great new ground in terms of how you're shooting.
Awesome. I just have one more question, and hopefully you'll be able to answer. So,
I know, I'm going to show that.
I guess I'm certainly working on stuff. So, but that's not with regard to writing. That's just, yeah, I'm definitely working on things. I'm working on a part that I started writing right now.
What I do is I just get that.
That's going to close up one of the things. Yeah, I think things are
What about that? Take the time, the director? Right. Oh, sorry, right. Connection. What we got?
Like have a limited. So I.
Good afternoon. Jones here with The Avenue, and we are live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. An amazing piece of work that was created with this movie. I sat there, I was at the screening, and I sat on the edge of my seat from the beginning to the end. Perfect. So my first question is, where did this concept come from?
Originally, this is it's a remake of a movie called 4x4 out of South America. Beautiful movie. I actually was familiar with the movie before this, and then I don't remember how I got involved in this. Read the script, and then I think Ara ended up bringing it. We had it. They had it set up in Ontario, and then I brought it to British Columbia, Vancouver, and that was kind of the inception of it from where I came in.
Now, just in case you guys didn't know, this is the producer of the film, and we're just continuing to ask him more questions. So my next question is, Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins. Oh my God, it was a match. It looked like just a match made in heaven. So how are you guys behind the camera, just watching this magic happen?
So for me, a lot of this is it's actually kind of ripping off the headlines today. You have a multi-billionaire car maker beliefs really, help his kids out like he's thinking. And then those two people inside the script mashed against each other in a battle. It is kind of something ripped out of today's headlines. So I think this is relevant. It's cool. It's claustrophobic.
Yeah. A lot of the conversation that was had with some of the people that watched the screening was when Anthony Hopkins finally got in the car. Did he know that that was it for him? Like, okay, I'm in here now. Was that kind of like a precursor, or was it a situation where, you know what? Do we want him to have his demise, or do we want him to keep the battle going?
Yeah, I mean, and for me, I think the moment he gets in there, a person that is like that, the billionaire that's in full control, the world's his oyster, and he's in that. I don't even think he ever felt like he was in danger. He has his hands on the wheel, figuratively, literally, metaphorically. I think he felt in full control, and the rest he's along for the ride.
Well, once again, amazing work, and I'm going to watch it again tonight. I'm going to watch it again tonight. So thank you so much. And once again, we're live on Instagram. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. And if there's any questions you guys want to ask, we're just going to have to send them in. And once again, I'm standing here with the producer, Sean Patrick. Locked. Hashtag Lock the Movie. Go see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Okay.
I gotta put it. Tell them to get the merch.
That's it.
Actually, use him. Tell them they're gonna get the merch.
Okay.
Get the merch. You get it at the Avenue.com. What is it? Yeah, at Avenue.com. Just let them know that you get it.
I was about to say, I want to take the other sweatshirt off. You guys got a little sweater.
Where can I get it again?
Huh? You can get it on the Avenue film site. Oh, hi. You guys can get the sweatshirt. I forgot we're live. So, if you guys want your own hoodie, you guys can go to the Avenue shop and get it. The one on there is a little different, and it's Eddie is an F-boy. I can't say the actual word, but it's a quote directly from the director about his character. So, you can wear it and have fun with it. Have fun. We get it for your special someone who don't see Locked.
I got mine.
Get yours.
Get yours.
Instant F-boy.
Once again, to all my viewers, we are live at the Locked movie premiere. And if you haven't seen Locked, make sure you go see it. It comes out March 21st. And let me tell you something. It's an exciting thriller about a young man that's just trying to find his way. So I'm not going to give you all the details of the movie, but you got to go see it. March 21st. All right? Once again, we are live here in New York City at the Locked premiere. All right? I'll be back.
All right, guys, I'm the marketing director at the Avenue. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. So we just had Bill. We had the writer as well. And so it's going to be an intense thrill ride for anyone who goes and sees Locked out March 21st. That's next Friday. If you're in the U.S.,
You want to get your tickets now. Tickets are available in the US. Go check out tix.locked-movie.com. That's tix.locked-movie.com. You can get your tickets. We're available at all the major theaters and chains. So we really appreciate the support and you guys coming out here. We'll have more people coming on, slowly but surely. But the carpet will be starting and the screening will be at 5 o'clock today. So that's when we'll end the stream. But again, you have your locked pink hoodie. You can wear just the same kind of hoodie. It's not exactly the same, but the same kind that that Bill wears in the movie Locked as he plays Eddie. So we really appreciate you all coming out. We want to say a big thank you, and we're gonna pause. We're still gonna go live, but we're gonna pause the host just for a little while because there's only so much to talk about the movie. But
Can't give any.
well, I mean, you guys can ask your questions if you want. If you haven't watched the trailer, check it out. It's on our YouTube. But it's a psychological horror thriller pitting Anthony Hopkins against Bill Skarsgård. So Pennywise versus Hannibal Lecter. The two like huge villains out in the horrorverse, and they're just going at it. And each one is playing against each other. Obviously, Anthony Hopkins does have a little bit of an upper hand. His character is William, and he's just kind of tired of people breaking into his car. And Bill, unfortunately, gets the brunt end of that, and it gets trapped. And you'd think it would be easy to get out of an SUV, but he hasn't made it easy. No, not at all. Not at all. So, we're just we're keeping things going. And you have your next, so I'm going to leave this to you, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
You guys on live right now?
Yes. Once again, guys, we are live at the Locked movie premiere. I'm your host. I'm your live host, Anthony Jones. And we are here with the Avenue. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And, I can't give away all of the movie. I can't give away none of the movie. But, there's some things that we can talk about. Once again, as we're waiting for more guests to get on the carpet, you can go and get your Locked merch, the pink hoodie, and you can have the same sweatshirt that Eddie has in the movie. All right. Right now, guys, we're in New York City, and there are lots and lots of people coming in for the premiere.
You're going to walk around it.
David,
Nice to meet
how are you? I'm Anthony Jones, and I'm with the Avenue, and we are live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm here with the producer. How's your Okay, what the concept for Locked?
It was an amazing thriller that was made in Argentina, and the writer Michael Ross had about Dave, and obviously Sir Anthony coming on was fantastic. But that's it was really everything starts with a great script,
Yes.
and we had a great script from Michael, and then obviously Dave's the perfect filmmaker for this.
How was it working with Anthony? My first question is was that your first time working with Sir Anthony Hopkins?
First time. It's a bucket list item, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a producer, you want to work with one of the icons of our industry, and it was an amazing experience.
Now, as a viewer, as soon as the film got to the intense part, I don't want to give it away on live for the people that haven't been watching, but once it got to the intense part, there was such a dynamic between the two characters.
You know what? On the page, and when you have people watch them do it on screen.
I have a fun question for you. If you were locked in a car for a certain amount of time, what is the one that you would want to have?
I mean, I'd have to say water. And when you see the movie, you'll know what I mean.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you. Okay, that was the producer of Locked, not the director. Listen, guys, that wasn't me. I keep it 100 across the board. Love you guys. So if any of you guys have any other questions that you want me to ask, I will definitely ask. Within the realm that I'm not giving anything away about the movie. Once again, it's a thrill ride. It's a horror thriller. It's great. You have two great actors that are really, really doing their thing in this movie. And you are in for a treat on March 21st when it comes out. And you can definitely get some tickets at theavenue.com. Yes. As we wait to get on the So let's talk about this car. Let's talk about this amazing it's an electric car, and it looks amazing. We are here at the Locked movie premiere, #Locked the movie. March 21st. Make sure you go see it. Make sure you get your tickets in advance. We are here on this amazing black carpet. Interviewing the actors, the producers, the directors. God.
For coming.
Once again, it's your boy Ed Jones. I am the host for, and we are having a great time. We interviewed some celebrities. We interviewed the producers. We interviewed the directors of the movie. And if you get your tickets in advance at the Avenue, March 21st, make sure you go see it on March 21st. Once again, it's a thrill ride, and it's just going to have you on the edge of your seat from the beginning to the end. I promise you. And don't forget, you can get your locked merch. All right? You're not going to get the exact, but if you want to wear the same sweatshirt that Eddie was wearing in the movie, make sure you go get it. TheAvenue.com. .film. TheAvenue.film. And don't forget, March 21st, go see it.